Right, so we're live. Oh, I'll tell you what, let's just check.
It says that you've already been live.
Yeah, it was saying that I was live, but I wasn't live. I've only been live for 15 seconds. Let's have a look. Just double check my camera there.
Oh, there we go. Yep.
All right, let me. Evening all.
How did your live go last night, Andy? I went to bed early. I fell asleep on the settee. I went to bed because I wasn't feeling that great, and then by the time I woke up, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. I thought, oh crap, I've missed it.
Yeah, I thought it went really well. I really enjoyed myself. The chat was good. Yeah, and it's nearly finished. I've just got to do the final finishing off now. So
Yeah,
that's cool.
Oh, right then. Okay.
Right. So I say, give you a roundup of who's in the chat.
Yeah, cool.
We got Dale, we got Wayne, we got Larry, we got Nick, Larry, David, and
My dad's in as well.
Colin. Yeah. Hi, Dad.
Hello, Colin.
Got a few people in. Oh, there goes my phone saying you're supposed to be doing a live. There you go.
And TBT as well. Turn-ins by Turner.
Oh, hello. Right, so welcome everybody. We didn't do one last week or the week before because I was too poorly. But this week I'm just going to do a quick sepele. This sepele blank. Dale gave it to me actually. I think he gave one of you guys one, didn't he? Did he give you one?
Yeah, I've got a couple of them as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got one too.
So in the background, you can probably hear these guys. So we got Andy up there, and we got JP up there as well.
Cacao.
But right then, what am I doing? What am I doing? There you go. So we can hear them, we just can't see them. For a bit.
That's for the best.
Yeah. But what I'll do is I will switch the camera now to that one. Oh, just so people know, I have got a video coming out this week. It's all pre-recorded. It's all edited. I just got to the point where I can't stand to look at it, so I've altered it. Well, it'll make sense when you see the video. So I've altered it and I've made it better. Now I quite like the look of it. But you'll completely agree with me when when you see what it is. Right then. So this is pieces of peely. It's slightly off center. Dale gave this to me actually. So I'm going to just turn a simple bowl with it. Well, I'll see how it goes anyway as we're going along.
Nice.
It's a nice piece of wood. I've got one very similar.
Oh, was it you that Dale gave the other one to?
Yeah, I've got one as well.
All right.
Yeah.
We were spoilt.
I know.
Very much so.
Well, Dale likes to spoil people, don't you, Dale?
Yeah, he does. Dale says he's currently suffering from corona. How many bottles of it, Dale?
Right. I'm going to just mute this for a bit then, guys. All right.
Yeah, man.
Yes, mate. Yeah. 8 bottles.
Well, 9. He must be halfway
Well,
through.
no, he must be on his 9th.
Yeah. Blimey, I don't think I'd get through 2 without passing out.
I haven't had corona for a while.
I just don't drink, JP.
Yeah, I'm not a massive drinker anymore. I used to be.
Yeah, so.
And that kind of became a bit of a problem. So I kind of only do it every now and again. And even then, I don't really do it that much.
Yeah. Might need to get some practice in for makers though,
Yeah,
because it's official. I will be there. Yes.
I used to be known for doing stupid stuff when I had a drink. Very stupid stuff.
Yeah, I don't tend to remember what happens, which is never a good thing.
Yeah, people used to take advantage of my drunkenness when I was younger, in my early 20s.
How so? Tell me more.
How so? Daring me to jump off of a pier.
Oh, yeah, that's not
And I assumed the tide was out. Turns out I jumped into about 2 foot of water. And luckily there was no broken bones, but I did get quite a bad bruise along my on my thigh, and I sprained my ankle quite badly.
right.
But then I had to kind of crawl around to the steps. That was one time. I remember another time I fully clothed walked into the sea and started singing "Wet, Wet, Wet, Love Is All Around Me." Someone's got that on video somewhere. Bear in mind, I can't sing.
Oh dear.
Jumped over a bonfire. Well, we went and got a load of pallets from a work site and just set fire to them on the beach. And then someone dared me to try and jump over it, and I failed and landed on top of it. So, yeah,
you and I would have got on great when we were younger, mate. I'm telling you.
Daring was very much a problem when I was younger.
Oh, I wonder if. Right, okay. Thanks for letting me know. Might be a psychological battle now.
Not so stupid when it comes to that now. I don't just tend to not listen now.
I don't know. I challenged you, and you were like, "Yeah, all right."
Oh, not when alcohol's involved.
Oh well, yeah, no. I know, because we're both.
I tend to accept it if I know I can win. That's the only kind of difference now.
Right. Right. The gloves are off.
Nick, JP, do you ever watch silent movies? Yes, very much so. Yeah, very much so. And a face for radios. Yeah, I've done some very much stupid stuff. Good Lord.
Mine tended to be with other things rather than. But the less we talk about those, the better.
I do remember. I do remember one day, one of my friends, Stuart. I had two friends called Stuart, but this was one of the friends called Stuart. He dared me to. There was my local, which was called Louisa Bay down Broadstairs. They had in this new range of cocktails and like shots. And all the way down there, we was like, yeah, they've got all these great new cocktails and all this sort of stuff. It's this new thing that they've just bought out, and also we're all fucking old women like, yeah, we're gonna go and do all this sort of stuff. And so we got down there, and also he was like, oh, guarantee I'll be able to do all of these cocktails, and you wouldn't be able to do it, and all this sort of stuff. I think there was about 7 cocktails each we had, and then after that we had to down a pint. And I was like, yeah, all right, I'll take you on. Like, me being the only idiot to do it with him. So we got these cocktails. We both lined them up, and then a pint on the end. And obviously, I'd done all mine and down the pint. He had done all of his and downed his pint, and I was like, I'm feeling fine, perfectly fine. Turn around and looked at him. He's got his hand over his mouth and just got spew coming out everywhere.
Oh.
I'm like, dude. So that was I think it was the only time I ever won it, I think.
Hi, Dale. Hi, Stace. Hi, Free Living.
Stace, Free Living.
Just seeing the guys pop in. Yeah, I don't see alcohol. I tend to be just a bit more of a ladies' man when I had the alcohol, but that was more
I've
university.
never really been that kind of person.
I just turn into like James Bond or something. I used to.
Yeah.
That's not how it is now. I'm telling you. That's why I don't drink. No.
I was always the fat kid with glasses at school.
Well,
now I'm just a fat kid out of school with glasses.
I'm jumping to your. You're not fat at all, JP.
No, just easy to see.
That's it. The reverse of a ninja.
Yeah, that's it. A minger.
I'll give over. Oh, was that Doug that's just jumped in? Wicked. Hi, Doug. Oh, hi, Nathan.
Oh, dear.
Rich is playing with some wood.
Some wood.
And he's making a bowl. He said a bowl, didn't he? Yeah, bowl.
Yes, sepele.
Very nice, too.
States I've got drunk in a churchyard and then went to lessons after. I know for a fact that my sister, she used to take vodka and orange to school with her and used to drink it in her maths class.
Same with mine.
Yeah.
I never did it. I would never have done anything like that at school. When I was at school, like 5 years before, we went to the same school. She just like 5 years behind. But if I had done that when I was at school, I can tell you what, I would have got a smack around the head.
Yeah, I would have got
And then the teacher would have taken it off me, and he would have had it. Especially the IT teacher. He was every lesson.
Do you know what lesson did she teach?
Huey.
I think she was a maths teacher. I think she was she was a maths teacher, but she also teach geography, and she was like a known alcoholic.
That's crazy.
What was her name? Mrs. Redfern, I think her name was. Yeah, we had a teacher at school. I can't think what his name was. Mr. Lawrence, I think his name was.
Ooh.
He was a substitute. Do you know our first music teacher was an American lady, Mrs. McBride. Her name was. She was awesome, by far my favourite teacher ever at school. And every time we went into the classroom, she used to play a little tune on the piano. And if the class got too loud, she'd play this tune even louder. And yeah, she was just absolutely brilliant. And I think she retired, and then she replaced us with this guy called Mr. Lawrence, and he was a right, well, idiot. I'm going to say, let's just leave it there because it's a PG show. And one day me and my friend Marcus, we were just like, we're going into this class today just to wind him up because no one likes him. And he walked around. He used to walk up and down between the tables with whiteboard markers, and he used to throw them up in the air and catch them. Like he was he tried to be very intimidating, this teacher.
Yeah.
And one day he walked up and down the class, and he walked in front of me, and as he threw up his marker, I stood up and caught it. Right, so all of a sudden me and Marcus are playing piggy in the middle with this marker, and he's walking back and forth. So all of a sudden we got detention. So then so I don't know. Back then we had 5 minutes detention, 15 minutes detention, and 45 minutes detention. Well, if they get 45 minutes detention, you have to notify the parents. You can't just keep them there.
Yeah.
Well, it gave me a 5 minute. It started off with a 5 minute detention, and I argued and argued and argued, and then that changed to a 15 minute detention. So I carried on arguing, and I argued until it went to a 45 minute detention. And when he turned around, as soon as he said, "Right, I said you got a 45 minute detention," I got up and walked out. He said, "You got to notify my parents."
Yeah.
Yeah, I was very argumentative.
See, I wouldn't have got away with that at my school.
Yeah.
They just keep you in. Like
Why
the council estate kids at our school. No.
There was a guy in my year called Damien Ackhurst. I grew up with him from little school all the way to big school. I used to be like hang around with him all the time, and he actually bunked the train one day. As in, when I say bunk the train for people that aren't from the UK, in case you don't know, he got on the train without paying. And when he got found out, he gave my name and address. So the bill got sent to our house.
Oh no!
And yeah, so I got in trouble for that. And then they realised that when my parents finished reading the letter, they realised it was a different school. Now the reason it was a different school was we was sitting in geography class, and he was just being irritating one day, and we had a substitute teacher in, and he just wouldn't shut up. So the teacher or substitute teacher had to go and get the head of the lower year, who then went to go and get the head of the higher year, and he still just wouldn't shut up. And then they ended up going to get the headmaster, who then he basically turned around and just said, "I'm not going to leave this classroom until you get Pamela Anderson to do a strip dance for me." Right, and then the headmaster turned around and said, "Well, we know that's not going to happen." And his next words were, "Okay, then I won't leave the room until you send me to another school." And he was like, "Okay, well, let's get that happen then." So he went to another school.
Fair play.
So, and I don't think I ever saw him after that. So,
just
Stay said she got an English teacher fired.
My form tutor, he married with kids. He was a little bit weird. We used to call him Spitfire.
Yeah.
Because it would just spit everywhere. He had an 80s like perm. Kept it till the day he died. And the tightest clothes that you can imagine. So, like, imagine like the cat from Red Dwarf.
Oh yeah.
Imagine that kind of moving, but with a super tight like suit like that, and it was just it was unbelievable. I mean, you could see everything. That's all I'm saying.
Wow.
He was a couple of years after I left the school. He was actually sacked from the job because a couple of the sixth formers went out and they ordered a stripper, and guess who turns up? He was moonlighting as a stripper. So yeah, that was funny.
Wow.
Yeah, the school that I went to is on like a gypsy council estate, essentially.
Yeah.
It's not the it wasn't the most well looked after school. They pumped loads of funding in, and like for technology, when I was at school, it turned into a school of technology or something like that.
Yeah.
And so they pumped tons of stuff into like woodwork, metalworking, horticulture, all sorts of things. Science teacher used to grow, if you know what I mean, in the tents out the back. It was just one of those schools. I ended up working there 20 years later.
Wow.
Which was an experience to behold. The science desk that was in when I was at school was still there, still had my name carved in it. And my boss, on my first week, I think it was, of the job, he was, "Andy, come and have a look at this." He's taken me into the science lab and just pointed at the desk and goes, "Get rid of that." It's like, oh no, that's been there for like 20 years. You can't do that. That's an artwork.
Yeah.
But yeah, I ended up having to plane off the top. Yeah, well, an experience. Working in a school is an experience, especially working in my job. I tell you, it's an eye opener.
Yeah, my mum works for a school with kids with severe learning difficulties, and she's said a few stories. I'll tell you, like the kids like that don't know their own strength. Like, and
No,
she
totally.
said stories of kids that have ripped radiators off the wall, picked up fridges and thrown them, and all that sort of stuff. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah, well, that happened when I was at school. We had one of my classmates. He's a good mate of mine now, actually. He was expelled from school for throwing a chair at that teacher, actually. Like while we were in form lesson. Literally, he was just kept going at him. The teacher was going at him.
Crap. Sorry, guys. Was I definitely new like then?
It's all good.
Sorry.
Yeah, and threw a chair at him just out of anger. He had loads of stuff going on at home. Now he would be put in isolation, basically. And they would know about his personal details. Now, back then, they don't care. You were just at school.
Yeah, I mean, the sort of things we used to do at school, you just wouldn't happen these days.
Oh, you're joking, mate. Seriously. No, still happens, and worse.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't really get away with it, though. I mean, there's too many cameras going about.
You say that, mate, but an awful lot happens in a school that stays in a school, and totally rightly should stay in the school. But you can't, by law, a teacher's not allowed to shout at a student.
No.
How are you supposed to discipline a child?
Yeah, I agree with Rich. That's the problem.
Yeah,
and I think another problem is that, like, you get the police as well. They're not allowed to do nothing. It's not like when I was a kid. If I was a little turd out on the street, the police used to come up to you and say, "Right, give you a backhander."
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Now they come up and just, "You've been a naughty boy." Well, that ain't gonna do nothing.
Yeah.
I think there's ways of doing it. I mean, you don't have to scream at kids.
No, absolutely.
No, you have to be firm with them. You know, as far as school kids. I mean, as a scout leader myself, I wouldn't scream and shout at kids, but they need to know that, you know, I'm boss.
Yeah.
And the problem is nowadays in schools, they don't respect the teachers. So
no.
I mean, it's they don't respect any one of authority. That's what it is. They think that they are the center of the universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because their phones tell them that they are.
That's the problem. There's too many electronic devices, and the kids are having them too young.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Jacob, I mean, they've got baby tablets. I mean, come on.
It's ridiculous. But then again,
yeah,
it's ridiculous, but the kids have to move with the times as well.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, they can't be left out. They've got to, you know, we're in a world of an age of technology that the kids need to harness, you know.
Yeah.
It's one of the difficulties I have with Luke, in a sense that he's very technical, more so than I am. And he's got my whole entire workshop that he could take full advantage of. He could be smashing. He could be smashing DT right now. I mean, that's an A grade right there.
The problem is you can't force them to do something that you're interested in. I found that the hard way. I don't mind saying.
Yeah,
know.
well, it's not that he's not interested because that's his options that he's chosen at school.
Yeah.
And as you know, I have no say in what happens the majority of the poor kid's life.
Is he going
Yeah.
this week?
Pardon?
Is he going to Scouts this week?
Hopefully.
He needs to come and see me about shooting because we're entering some shooting competitions with them. So if he's interested and he can get in on a Saturday,
Is he a good shot? Is he? He needs to work on it. Right.
Did he come on the last one? Did he come shooting?
Yeah.
Oh yes, he did. Sorry. It's all right. There's so many kids, I get confused. But yeah, he's a good shot. But if he likes it, then we'll put him into a few competitions.
Oh well, if it's playing with guns, that'll be the only thing that gets him off his phone, I'd imagine. Something from the sheds jumped in. We've been neglecting the chat here.
Yeah, we should really talk about it.
Guys, totally off the subject,
Talk
but
to the
can I
chat.
just say that men's mental health is so important. We all hold in too much when we really need to talk more. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think when it comes to, mental health in general is everyone suffers with a certain degree of mental health anyway. Not just men, obviously, but yeah, I think it kind of becomes a pride thing with men that they struggle to talk about it.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Because they feel like they're the provider, and so it kind of feels like if they, I guess they feel like they're letting people down.
Yeah.
If they feel like they're coming out and like they're going to be weak or something like that, and that's just not the case.
The problem is, there's many men out there that are undiagnosed with mental issues because their ego won't let them admit it.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah,
or like I just said, they don't want to be seen as being weak.
Yeah,
for whatever reason. And the truth of the matter is, it's not weak.
No, it's not a weakness at all. It takes more strength to talk about your problems openly than it does to hold them in.
Absolutely.
Years ago, I really couldn't understand what I would call back then as weak-minded people that are depressed and people that have got a mental health issue that wasn't a serious one. I thought to myself, well, what? Just suck it up, man. Get on with it. Sort your stuff out without swearing. But now, to being diagnosed myself and having no control over it whatsoever, I can see it totally different.
Yeah, that's still a lot of people's attitudes because mental health is still very much a young thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's that, like I just say, it's still very much a lot of people's answer to a problem. Suck it up.
Yeah.
Grow some. Of a better word to say,
Yeah.
The hardest thing is to fight it every day. But the point is, you're fighting it every day, so you're winning every day because you're fighting it the next day.
Yeah.
But sometimes,
as long as you wake up the next day, you've won.
Yeah. 100%.
Before I got my medication, I just I really didn't want to get out of bed, put out to, because Cheryl obviously depends on me, but there's a lot of people out there that like that. They just need to speak to someone, don't they?
Yeah. But then I can also appreciate it took me a long, long time to be as open as what I am with my craziness. And I'll openly call it craziness because that's what makes me me. And do you know what?
Yeah.
I couldn't give up flying monkeys about about what anyone thinks about that, really. It's do you know what I mean? It's fine. If that's your opinion, keep it to yourself. I don't need to know because you'll just annoy me.
Yeah.
and that's only going to end badly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be honest with you, this community was kind of like that's the best way of putting it. It was kind of like my medication as such.
100%.
Because before I found this community, I was in a real dark place. No, I don't want to say as far as like, no, I wanted to kill myself or anything like that. But I was really depressed. I mean, I was having seizures all the time. You know, because for I don't know if a lot of people know, I do suffer with epilepsy. I had a seizure at one point that split my face open, or my forehead open, real bad. I had blood pouring all the way down my face. I'd never left my bedroom for God knows how many months, and it was And all
JP,
it
can
took
I
was
just jump in there, mate? Sorry.
yeah.
I know you're bearing your soul, but Keith's just written in the chat. I don't know if you've seen it. He lost his granddad in January and his father in February.
Oh man.
I just want to say, dude.
Yeah, that's harsh.
Thinking of you.
Yeah, that's bad.
Sorry, JP, but
That's all right.
That's
all right. You know, it's that's kind of it kind of puts things into perspective. You know, and that's kind of what brought me round. Truth be told, is there's you know, one of the things that kind of brought me round, and this is no word of a lie, is I was sitting on my rear end, bitching and whining to myself about this and that, and a lady came round and she was sitting in a car and she had terminal cancer and she had got told she had months to live, and she was sitting out in the car and she was laughing and she was joking. And I'm like, the woman's just been told she's got months left to live, and she's out there laughing and joking. And I'm like, there's people out there a hell of a lot worse than me. I've got nothing to bitch and whine about if she can act like that.
Guys, I'm just going to pop in the house and get a container to make some shine juice.
So, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, mate.
But do you know what? I've just seen something Michelle said. He suffers with dissociative seizures. Do you know what? I've heard that for the first time ever. I don't know, maybe 6 months ago, and I've heard it maybe 4 or 5 times since now. And I think that's caused that especially seizures that's caused by a traumatic event in your life or something like that. It's basically your head's worrying or something like that.
Wow.
And causing seizures, as opposed to the kind of seizures I have, which is like electronic pulses that have just gone, like someone just got a battery into a load of water, and the electronic things are just going all over the places. Do you know what I mean?
That's actually described really well, JP. I wouldn't have been. I shouldn't be surprised that you did describe it well, because obviously you've experienced it. But I totally get what you're trying to say there. I can imagine the. Oh wow. Ugh. See, that puts into perspective all of my stuff as well. I mean,
think of a circuit board.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you've just melted a load of solder on top of it.
Yeah.
At once, and all of a sudden the electronics don't know where to go, and it just all of a sudden your head just goes, and it just shorts out.
Yeah. I sneaked. He sneaked in.
Hello, Sneaks.
Looking forward to Maker Central.
Yes, yeah, I am. I actually spoke to Zach Higgins tonight
Cool.
and arranged for him to come down to us.
Wicked.
So yeah, he's going to be hanging around here down the beach for a while, for a few days. Stace says, I like Rich's floor. I know it looks like a creche, doesn't it?
It's covered in sawdust at the moment.
Bowl
Right,
protector.
some OB shine juice. So it's 3 parts board linseed oil, shellac, and methylated spirits.
What, 3 parts of each?
1 part of each, 1 equal part of each. So that's 1 part board linseed oil. Shellac. If I can get the lid off, because it's oh yeah, cool.
Oh, that's weird. I'm watching it on YouTube, but I'm listening obviously on StreamYard. It's like I heard Rich fiddling with the bottle before he moved, and it was like, what? He hasn't moved. Who else is in the workshop?
Yeah. Jack, that might be an idea for me to get some of that foam or something to stand on when I'm scrolling, because obviously I'll stand to scroll, and after 6 hours of standing, it starts to hurt a bit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, mate.
I just got these from a charity shop.
Yeah, well, I guess you can buy them from like
You buy them
it's just
Tesco's,
like
mate.
you buy them from Argos or something. Yeah, Tesco's as well. Yeah.
You can get the
Oh, Rich, watch that bottle.
shop floors, which is recycled car tires. But it's just a barrier between me and the cold floor. That's all it is.
Actually, I could do with some of that in mine as well. Think about it. Why not?
Then I'll make a difference. It really does.
I bet it's add a bit of heat to it as well.
It does, yeah.
Like keep the heat in, kind of thing. Yeah, I could do that with the roof. Oh,
The roof is on.
yeah. Don't say that, Jake. My landlord wouldn't be too impressed. To be fair, if I was rebuilding this, I'd rebuild it with a wood roof anyway.
Okay. Let's whack some.
Maybe I should burn it.
Some lovely jubbly shine juice on there.
I'm gonna have to make some of that. Sean. Where did you get your what do you call it from?
Shellac.
What was the second one you put in there? Shellac. Where'd you get that from?
Oh, this is shellac
shop.
varnish. It's like it comes from a beetle, and it's little flakes. Don't
Okay.
take of getting this stuff. Hang on a minute. This stuff is not what you want. This is shellac varnish. It doesn't
Right.
work.
Okay.
It doesn't work. You need the shellac flakes. I think mine were called lemon shellac, something like that. I'll find it later on the eBay, and I'll send a link to you.
Yeah. All right, mate.
But obviously, I make that.
Jeff wants to know: is this the top coat?
This is the top coat. This is the finishing coat.
Oh,
I'll do half of it, and you'll see the difference. Yeah.
I've just ordered some new carbide bits for my Dremel. Take a guess how much they cost me.
$1 million.
Nope, £2. Thank you very much, sir. For a set
Bargain.
of 20. I don't care where they come from. That is a brilliant price. You ain't going to be able to beat that. And I've had them before and they're still going. I just thought I might get a spare set, seeing as we're going to Makers, and I'll be carving.
Yeah.
Have a new set for Makers, so it's like proper fancy dancy.
Yeah, there you go. Doug says you have to get it hot before for it to work, Rich.
Yeah, I know. It's burning my fingers.
Look, I don't know if it's me or I don't know if you can see it as well. There's something splattered onto the camera.
Yeah, yeah. I thought it was smoking or something. I was like, wow,
I
he
have
is
got
putting
this.
some heat in it.
This is a
Ooh.
tube that I put together that goes over the top of when I'm doing stuff like this. But you can't see what I'm doing then, can you?
No.
What I might do though is I might move this over and just put that at an angle so it don't splash. Right then.
Yeah, it's still getting splashed.
There we go. It's like a cauldron.
Also bought some gold leaf as well today.
Ooh, I got some fake gold leaf.
Oh yeah, it's not gonna be real, I doubt. Actually, it did say 24 carats, so the likelihood it was from China, so it's unlikely to be
It's
24
probably
carat.
not. Yeah, it'd be blooming
24
expensive
carat
if it was real.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think you can actually get real 24 carat. I think the highest you can get is 23.5.
Woo, that's cool.
Yeah, I don't imagine you'd be able to go the full 24. Well, I think you can for the eating stuff because they put it in cakes and ice cream and stuff like that, don't they?
Yeah.
Like fancy ones. In fact, there's a whole gold cake, like gold leafed cake.
Yeah, I saw a few like ice cream things. No, what was it? Someone made a steak and it had ice cream, not ice cream on it.
Oh,
It had
that
gold
sounds
leaf
nice.
on it.
Steak and ice cream. Ooh.
A steak and ice cream. Just any sort
I
of
bet
steak
that's a
is
thing in
nice.
America. I bet that's a thing.
No, I think it was like a top-notch restaurant in London.
I mean, I never had a Coke float before until I worked at Hard Rock Cafe.
Really?
Like, why would you put ice cream in Coca-Cola? Whatever possessed you to think of doing that?
You
And
do it
it's
with
the best
cream
thing in the
soda.
world.
Do it with cream soda.
Oh no, thanks. I don't like cream soda
That's
at
nice.
all. But it's nice. I do like a Coke float every now and then. It was great fun working for Hard Rock Cafe. Good job, that. A genius, Andy. Ice cream and soda.
Right. Cool.
Yeah, just started there as well. Oh, hi, Mike. Ever drunk the gold schlager with gold leaf flakes in it? Yeah, it doesn't taste very nice. I used to work.
Yeah, there was
behind
a vodka with gold leaf in it as well, wasn't there?
Yeah. Oh, they back in 2000 there was a whole load of them that came out, and then they're just too expensive. But then drinks are expensive in the UK anyway. In 2000 it was $2.50 a pint when I was working in the pub, and that was deemed expensive.
Mm. Yeah. Wayne the Woodturner. Andy, I had my first Coca-Cola
Yeah,
float
I
in
just saw
1960.
that. Yeah, but was that over here or was that over there? Maybe it's just from the council estate that I'm from. That seemed a bit experimental to me. Do you know what I mean? I'm a pie and chips man. Bubble and squeak.
Yeah, there you go.
I could tell you our weekly menu. Because it'd be the same every week. And I go to uni and then Mum gets all experimental. There's something really quite satisfying watching people wood turn, I find. It's just a straight line, I guess. It's kind of uniform because it's obviously going round in a circle. It's going to be the same all the way around, and that's quite pleasing to the eye.
Unless you're doing off-center turning.
Well, yeah, but that's just that makes me dizzy.
It won't be. It won't be the same all the way around.
Ooh, I want me one of those.
What, the sanding pad?
No. The angled chisel thing. Explain to me, layman. What was that thing that Rich? What was that thing that you had? Oh no, Wayne. What was that thing that he just had? For doing his
cutter, I guess.
Yeah.
Mortise cutter, I guess. I don't know.
Is that an
chisel?
actual thing?
He probably made it himself.
Because my jaws, that's the way my jaws would work, and it just seemed like a handy little chisel. It's a.
You could just use a skew, or you could use a diamond one.
Yeah.
It's just an extra
I'd
tool.
use my.
Wayne said it's a mortise cutter.
Yeah.
He made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Tracy. Right.
Left.
What's that?
Do.
Wonder why it's getting cold. My heater's gone off.
So, just in case anybody didn't know about Maker Central, Nick announced on the podcast, that's the Makers International podcast, that Maker Central will be happening every single year now. So you can start saving your pennies and your dollars and your pounds now. So if you can't make it this year, it shall be on next year. So, which is awesome.
Definitely.
Good news.
100% good news.
So, yeah.
This year I demo, next year I party. The year after that I demo, year after that I party.
There you go.
Did you hear that rain then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not on yours because you're muted. Hey.
Oh, is he going to be doing some scorching?
What the heck?
Fire! David, is it the same place every year? I don't know at the moment. At the moment, he's going to just keep it in the NEC. He was toying with the idea of going elsewhere, but for this year. But at the end of the day, the NEC just made him the best offer. However, he was talking about maybe doing a few little like mini Maker Centrals. like doing a few like little mini shows around the UK. He's not sure about doing it in the States yet, but he's not sure about the future.
Nice.
So who knows? Who knows? It may be something he may possibly do, but he's not sure yet. But obviously, if it's actually a great episode of the podcast, if you want to go and check it out, he gives out a lot of details on there.
Put the link in, JP. Can you do that?
Yeah, I should be able to. Yeah.
You know that little angle grinder thingy that I bought?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Is it?
Oh yeah. I can take the guard off and everything.
Do you reckon?
What?
You know, I've put this on here now, but do you reckon it'd look good if it was scorched on the outside?
Sepele goes kind of black.
Yeah. I'd leave it outside as it is, to be honest.
Do you reckon it'll ruin it?
When you scorch something, I think it'd look better if it's like a lighter wood.
Yeah.
Hi Terry.
Right, where are we? There we are. Right, so there's a link to the Maker Central episode of the podcast.
Cool. So I'm going to get that video edited tomorrow and uploaded tomorrow. So keep an eye out, guys. There'll be a video coming out tomorrow.
No worries. No worries.
I don't think this little torch is going to get this hot enough, to be honest.
You're lucky you've only got a small branding iron. My one's about 3 foot square, I think.
I don't use my brand. Well, I can't at the moment because I'm doing a lot of GPS stuff, I suppose.
Most of the stuff I have made for me by other makers, I collect it, to be honest. I don't really use it. Like I've got 2 maker knives, and they're just in a drawer now. You know, I've got that Tim Sway thing that he made. That's in a drawer somewhere. Yeah, I've got the ice pick.
Wayne's actually made a good point, Rich.
Yeah.
You've just put shellac all over that?
Yeah, true. No, it's just my... no. I know.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. Set fire to it and then turn it on. Make a giant fireball. What time? So we've already recorded that episode of the podcast, David. That was on last. We go live on Sundays, and that was not last Sunday, the Sunday before.
I
can brand it. That's all right. I'll brand it one off.
Tell you what, that's proper sketchy, but you could put, Sorry, just playing with my new toy.
Fire. Boom, 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 boom.
Actually, I need to get me a new gas tank.
Oh, his bowl is on fire.
Has he just done it?
No.
That's the shadow. Cool. I was like, has he just burnt it one slide? It's just done it really quick. The missus should never send me shopping. It was a bad idea that I went to the shops. I went for 5 things. I came back with 25 things. Ooh, that's a good deal. Ooh. Came back with an angle grinder.
Was that Lidl, was it?
Yeah. The little Parkside, Leona and Steve have got one, and I saw it on Leona. I think it was Leona that used it on one of her videos, and I was like, "That is brilliant. I think Andy Pugh's got one as well, actually.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh. Well, because I'm getting loads of wood from work, I've bought the Arbortech blade type thing that does the carving, so I can have a crack at carving some of the big chunks of wood that I got outside. And I thought, oh, if a little grinder like that, it's not going to be. I won't have the limitation of having my cord. Do you know what I mean? Like I love my Makita, both my Makita. Hold on, my
Let's have a
Hikoki.
look at it. Let's have a look at it, Andy. Oh crap! I've turned him off.
This is Andy when he goes shopping. Look.
A text message that's going straight in my basket.
Oh, so it's a little bit like an air compressor grinder, little 3-inch, is it?
It's a Dremel on steroids.
Yeah, basically. Well, that way. Oh, it's a little little thing.
That looks cool.
It's got the little lights and everything.
What? 19 volt.
No, it's a 12 volt.
Oh,
That's all right. But it came with a battery and a charger, which is always a good thing. See, the other thing that I saw was a hoist. I have absolutely no need for a hoist.
I've seen that as well.
And I was like, should I get it? Should I actually get it? It might come in handy.
Little now.
It's yeah, they've got even down to like washers and things like that. They've just got packs of washers. The amount like going to B&Q to buy washers, you're talking like £5 for 4. I
go to
Huey said he went into Lidl last week and came out of a plasma cutter.
Yeah, they had plasma cutters there the other week.
I'll go to Wilkinson's for all screws and nuts and stuff like that.
Oh, see, I would go up to
I'll go to Wix's.
Up on Parkstone.
In excess?
Yeah.
Yeah, but in Wilkinson's, you can get a bag, a large bag, and you can fill as much as you like with it for like £3.
Oh, right.
So, right then.
Oh, Wilkinson's it is then?
Definitely.
Did not know that.
Shopping tips on the Beard 16.
Mm.
Where else is good for shop? Like cheap deals.
Poundland?
Yeah.
See, that thing's cool. I've just taken the blade off, and it's got quite a small center, but I'm sure it's Loctite with a Allen key nut. So I mean, you could add an extra bushing to make it slightly wider to hold a slightly larger blade, I would guess, but I wouldn't try it and I wouldn't advise it and I wouldn't suggest it, and I don't think it's a great idea at all, actually, now I say that out loud. But I might give it a go.
Yeah. Why the hell not?
Yeah, but for safety reasons, obviously, I don't advise you do that. But I'm not particularly safe. And I am carving wood at the end of the day. Got the tree surgeons coming in to work this week, so I'm going to have a whole load of extra bits and bobs floating around, guys.
Nice. Was that at work?
Yep.
Nice.
Hi, Sarah.
All right, Sarah.
We've got a couple of chestnuts been quite seriously trimmed. I've still got a load of
Nice
cedar
wood,
and
that
Lebanon.
is.
Oh yeah. I got a load of cedar and Lebanon.
I don't think I had any of that cedar last time, did I?
No, but you can when I see you next if you want, mate.
Yeah, without doubt.
Let me know what sort of size you're after.
Yep.
Yeah, PM me.
Anything, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, anything's possible is what I'm saying.
Well, my lathe can take up
Sure,
to
the
21.
size-
My lathe can take up to 21 inches round.
Oh yeah, okay, we got that covered, mate. That's
12.
all I'm saying.
And it can go like 14 inches over the bed.
To put it in perspective, this cedar in Lebanon tree, Rich has seen it, and I reckon it would take maybe 5 or 6 fully grown men to put like touching tip to tip, fingertip to go around the base of the trunk.
Wow.
Possibly more people, to be fair. If you lay down on the floor in front of the tree, you are not as wide as the tree.
Blimey.
It's immense. I mean, some of the branches on the tree are like 3.5 feet wide. Do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
a well, there's 2 of them, 2 massive trees. And the chestnuts aren't far off them.
Nice.
Right there.
So you can imagine.
Chestnut's a really nice wood.
Yeah. And there's a yew tree that's been pruned.
Yeah, I think I had a little bit of you off of you last time, didn't I?
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you too.
Yeah, I love you too. That's why we do this for you, mate.
Yeah. Right, let's get the centre out. Right, where is my... There it is. Oh, shall I show everybody... Medusa so far? I showed you guys, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can laugh if you want. I don't mind. It's only the second thing I've ever sculpted in my life. There she is. She's got sharp teeth as well, and she. Whoa! I made her a quite a how would you call it? Yeah, I made her a big girl, and there's her tail.
Fuller figure.
She's a fuller
figure.
I've just got to do her hands now, but there's all the snakes on her head.
It's cool, man. It's cool. We like it.
I made her face quite like sharp and evil. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And little ear rolls as well. Look. Right. Anyway, enough of Medusa.
Have you thought about ever carving, Rich? Like that kind of thing?
Technically, he is on the lathe.
Well, technically, I suppose, yeah. Because he's using carbide. Well, no, he's using a chisel. So, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Full body Medusa.
Shouldn't have said that, really. That was going to be my out against you.
Oh, right. Oh, I see. I see.
So, wife Barbara looks like that in the morning when she gets out of bed. Apparently, according to Doug. Doug was the one that said that, not me. Well, I wouldn't know, would I?
Oh dear.
Right then, let's get this done.
Do you know what that would look quite cool out of marble, something like that, as well? Like as a final piece, if you had that as like the mock-up, and then you had your final piece carved of marble. That would look flipping awesome. That would.
I'm just trying to get used to carving things with the Super Sculpey. You know, not carving.
I'll be right back. All right.
Yeah, no worries, man.
Not carving. Sculpting.
Yeah, sculpturing, sculpting.
Yeah,
I should know that. I went to art college. Damn it.
Oh, I'll come round and give me some tips on Super Sculpey then.
Well, it's just like plasticine, mate. Go for it. But that's the easiest way to look at things. Like when you're carving from clay, sculpting from clay or things like that. Don't think of it as anything other than Play-Doh, because otherwise you'll be too gentle with it, you know?
I did try using...
You've squished it. Oh, no. Make it again.
I did try with the plasticine, but it starts to melt, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
After a little bit.
I think people try to overcomplicate stuff so much.
Yeah.
When it comes to bits and bobs, it's really grassroots basic.
Yeah.
And artists like to think that you're doing so. As an artist, you like to think you're doing something special when nothing's that hard to do.
You just got to keep going for it.
Yeah, totally, 100%. Try again. Doesn't look quite right. Oh, fix that bit. Oh yeah, no, now it looks all right. A good artist knows how to cover his mistakes, though. That's looking good, Rich. Best thing with sepele is it's really quite nice to turn. Especially dry sepele. Oh, what's going on here? Everything all right, mate?
So I just had cable malfunctioning.
Oh.
Dropping on top of my lathe. I nearly pulled all my cables in. The
panic.
A USB extension lead nearly ended up round the lathe.
Doug, you're totally right. It is quite brittle, but as you said, as I said, and as you say, it is really nice to turn. I mean, it's almost like putting a knife in hot butter. Hot knife in butter. Get there in the end.
Okay, I'm back.
Whee.
Whee.
I'm gonna have to nip back in the house and get the little man monitor in a second.
whack a bit of Pink Floyd on for him.
He's usually pretty good up until about 1 o'clock. Usually, I say usually. He's got another tooth coming through, so
Right, he's teething, so he might
yeah.
not be.
In fact, I'm sure he had 3 all in one last time. That was
Ooh,
an
lot of
experience.
screaming.
No, well, he's not really that much of a screamer unless you leave the room. He doesn't like to be left in the room on his own. Well, hey, hi, Dave.
Hello, Dave.
Yeah, he doesn't really like to be in the room on his own, so he tends to make a bit of a fuss.
Yeah,
But on the whole, he's amazing, and he's
Yeah.
grown up so quick.
yeah. Rich, just a quick question. Have you thought about using a Forstner bit and drilling it out to the rough depth? It might be a bit easier and quicker to hollow it out then. I don't think you can hear us.
No, I think he's he's on one, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? He's like,
He's in the zone.
yeah.
Because obviously that centre bit there can be a right pain in the rear end sometimes.
Yeah, 100%.
So if you drill it out, then
See,
actually I've got a. I think I might still have a. I think I might still have my old tool rest from my old lathe that was like that. So if I have, I might give that to Richard, who's a bit longer then, because I know them ones are basically made out of blooming flour and glue.
it does look quite short, doesn't it?
Yeah,
But then
they're only small
my
ones.
one's like flipping massive.
Yeah.
It's like a wing on a plane.
So I had my one. I only had it. I don't even know how long I had my lathe, and I got quite a bad catch, and it basically just snapped. And yeah, and I'm not talking about snapped off of the actual bar. I'm talking about the whole thing snapped off basically snapped in half.
Ah,
Like the horizontal part snapped in half.
that's no good.
No.
Well,
And then the next day, someone in the community had already basically made me a new one and sent it to us. So it was made out of steel. So I'll have to have a look at it, see if I've still got it. I think I have.
right, I just had the message. I will be back in 2 seconds, guys.
Okie dokie.
I'll stick me in.
Rich, here's a question for you, mate. Trinket Fighter, he's making a sepele bowl. I don't know where he disappeared to now, though. There he is. He's walking off. No, he's back. Depth gauge. Very true, Dave. Very true. Andy will be back in a bit, though. Crossroads, I've got a nice piece of apple wood, but the bark has been covered in wax. Consider, how could I remove the wax without damaging the bark? Just take a heat gun or a hairdryer to it and just melt the wax off. But obviously, you got to be careful you don't heat it up too much, because you could end up cracking it. So you don't want to put it in an oven or anything like that. You just want to slowly do it. So probably a heat gun or a hairdryer would probably be the best. But like I said, just be careful not to heat it up too much, because it will crack. To be honest, to be totally honest with you, I can't imagine if the bark has been covered in wax, it would make any difference. Because the bark would stop the water anyway coming out. It's normally you cover the end grain in wax. But yeah, just take it slowly with the heat, and that'll take it off anyway. Oh, careful, Rich.
Cool.
Rich, Jeff Christie had a question for you.
Yeah.
He said, do you need to do anything with the shellac flakes, or just add them to the meths and linseed oil?
So what you have to do is... right, hang on a second. Right. So what you'll get is you'll get a bag of flakes. In my size, but I can't remember what size bag it was now. But I had to mix a litre of methylated spirits in. I'll show you how I did it. I just stuck all the flakes in this bottle and then put a litre of methylated spirits in there. And then you leave it for about 3 or 4 days and you keep shaking it until there's nothing left. There's no flakes left in the bottom. And then that's your shellac. It's essentially a French polish. That's all it is. And then you mix 1 part of that, 1 part methylated spirits, 1 part boiled linseed oil together.
There you go.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Sounds like Andy's back.
Whee!
If Tenacious D did shellac flakes, Jack Black shellac. It's not chillax flakes. It's just a tribute.
Oh. Do I go with a Bounty, a Snickers, or a Mars?
It's got a bit of Snickers.
Actually, I'll have one of them in a minute.
You're not yourself when you're hungry.
I'm gonna have all three.
Stace says Mars. And she says, Bounty, throw in the bin, Andy.
Dave, that's cool. Don't worry, buddy.
I didn't watch it either, Dave, and I was on the panel. It's only carving.
Right.
Huey says, Andy, no, not chocolate. Might have to open the old Jamaica. What, jam?
Or the Jamaican ginger.
Jamming.
Oh. Do you know what I fancy now? I've just said that. Now Huey said that. Jamaica ginger cake.
Oh, yeah, I had that for ages with custard.
Oh. I was thinking ice cream, but custard. Yeah, I'll go with that. I bought some ice cream as well.
Angela I agrees with me, says Snickers, definitely.
Yep, I'll have one in a second. Oh. Rum and raisin. With dark chocolate. Wow. Oh my god, now you're talking, guys. Well said, Sneaks. Now I want bun and cheese.
Get some gypsy tart. Have you ever had that?
Some what?
Gypsy tart.
Gypsy tart.
Yeah, have you ever had that? It's
Not
basically
that-
just
not
it's
that
basically
Irish
just
one
full
I
of
like.
sugar. It's basically just full of sugar.
Ooh. That sounds nice. See, I quite like lardy cake as well.
Who?
Lardy cake. Oh, you've got to have, seriously, JP next time.
Unless it's
go
called
past-
unless it's called something else down where I am.
No, it's lardy cake. Huey will know what
Let me
lardy
have a look.
cake is. Not sure.
Lardy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah, I see it. Lardy cake. Oh yeah, I know what that is. Yeah, I've had that before. Yeah.
There's a baker in Poole by me that sell. Well, I hope they're still open. But wow, the thing's massive. Costs £1 for this thing that's like the size of a flipping pizza. It's like whopping great thing.
Yeah.
It's just nearly took me all day to eat it. I'll be openly admit it, but purely because of the size, the thing was immense. For £1, I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
Best spent lunch money that was.
Get the old Chelsea buns as well.
Oh yeah. Midnight Joker, bun and cheese, and a hot cup of tea. See, is that like I don't get that. Explain. What's a bun and cheese? Is that just like a
Like a roll, maybe? I don't know. cheese roll.
It's a cheese roll. Or is that like, because I know you get that cheesy bread stuff. Is that what they mean?
Or is it another word for a scoon? Or cheese spread.
A cheesy scone. With
Yeah.
a scone.
Or cheese spread.
With cheese.
Or cheese spread.
Ugh. No thanks.
I remember when we went to my nan's 90th birthday party thing, and she wanted to have this tea and scone party at this posh place. And we went there, and they come out with these scones or scones, however you want to pronounce it, and they were the size of the plate. And I was like, blooming heck.
Nice. With clotted cream.
Yeah, like proper clotted cream and all that sort of stuff, and jams and all that sort of stuff.
Oh, Sneaks explain. No, that was Mike. Bun is like Jamaican fruitcake. Ooh. Ooh. Chips, peas, and sawdust is nice. If you haven't had it, come to my kitchen when I'm with. Oh, hi, Bri.
A pea fritter.
Oh, yes, please.
We get all that sort of stuff where I live.
Yeah, we get that down here as well. And a pineapple.
We used to get we used to be able to go into any like fish and chip shop, most fish and chip shop with anything, and just say, "Look, can you deep fry that for cost?"
Oh, do you know what? Deep fried, like spotted dick. That would
Sounds painful.
No, you know, like you know what the dessert, the spotted dick. That's like
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
raisins with like fluff around it.
yeah.
Nice.
Suet. Is it? It's not suet, is it?
No, it's not. It's
Is it
like
suet?
It's like a cake.
Yeah, I know it is. Yeah.
Right, what's
Sponge, like a sponge.
Yeah.
Chips,
It's
peas.
all cakes, man.
Nice.
Premier cheese spread, classy.
Yeah, cheese in a tube.
I used to get that for me sandwiches at school. Still gives me nightmares. But it wouldn't just stop with the Premier cheese. Dad would mix it with like salmon or something like that. Why would you do? I don't like salmon anyway. But like
Me and my sister used to get a tube of polos and a packet of tunes
nice
every single morning for school, even if we didn't have a cold.
It's something to suck on while you're at school.
Yeah. Unfortunately, my sister found something else.
Peanut butter, yeah, definitely crunchy though, not smooth.
Yeah.
Chocolate spread, yeah, I can kind of take it or leave it.
I'm going to have to go over the top of this again because, as you can see there, see it?
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, it's still a bit torn grain.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see it, can't you? That's all right. I might even, I might just put some varnish over it or some spray lacquer. Or, I don't know.
Yeah, it might fill it in.
Yeah. See what happens.
Oh no, Snake, no. Peanut butter and strawberry jam mixed. No.
I'll tell you what I've had before that I didn't think was. I thought I'd experiment with peanut butter. I put peanut butter and lettuce.
Oh no, peanut butter and cheese.
Right.
Yeah.
Crisp sandwiches, they're the best.
Oh yeah.
I really fancied one of them today, but we didn't have no crisps.
Do you know how many I've had to stop eating all my favourite crisps? They've all got milk in them. Even anything that's like, like McCoy's beef flavour, steak flavour. It's got milk in.
It's what they would use to coat it when they're cooking it.
I don't know, but I'm finding everything now because I have to check what's in there. Has got milk in.
Oh man, seriously. Your breakfast at your house, Sneaks. I have nothing for breakfast, man. So you're like,
A lot of the time, if I have breakfast, it makes me feel sick
Yeah.
for the rest of the day. But
I
it's,
can't-
it's very rare that I have it.
I can't do breakfast. So when I have my toast, I like Boursin cheese on toast. That's nice because it melts. And I like peanut butter because that kind of almost melts.
I've bought
But that's adventurous. Well, maybe some jam if I'm feeling adventurous.
I bought a crate of what I thought was peanut butter from Rogers, Andy,
Yeah.
and it turns out it's called nut butter.
Yeah.
It's got peanuts, pistachio, cashew, almond. Oh, it's lovely. It's
I thought you
really
were going to say it was ointment.
no, it's spread. It's. I love it.
I just had visions of meeting Sneak down at Maker Central if I end up staying in the hotel or whatever. Don't know what's happening with that yet, so I'll.
I think the first thing I'm going to do when seeing Sneaks at Maker Central is pass him a mint.
I used
A
to
mint?
keep getting a massive hug, mate. I'm telling
Yeah.
you, it's awesome.
After seeing his dietary needs.
Chances are I'll be covered in dust though, Sneak. So watch yourself.
But Dad says, "Make them yourself, Rich."
If we're in the premiere or wherever, and we happen to have breakfast together, I'm not Sneaks. I'll leave the table if you start putting anything else on the toast, man. When we Dave and I went last year, we were having breakfast. I tell you what, that was the best thing ever. The breakfast. Dave and I properly smashed the breakfast there.
We're going with a caravan this year, so
I'm waiting to see what happens before I give a definitive. I'd like to think I'm camping.
the more you spend on hotel rooms, the less you can spend in there. That's the thing.
Nick says that bowl or pot looks like it needs a lid.
Yeah, I might make a GPS lid for it. I don't know.
That'd be cool.
I'll tell you what, I could make the top half and the other bit.
This
Make
piece.
it out of multiple layers.
Well, do you want me to put a lip on it, Andy, and send it over to you?
We can make what kind of a pot are we thinking?
Don't know. Could be a little collaboration. I'll put a lip in there.
I'll tell you what, we could even do a three-way. Like, if you two turned it, I'll carve the whole entire thing.
How
What,
thick are the walls? Not that it matters.
They are.
Just a thought. Just almost like one of the well, not make loads of them, but almost like the
12 mil.
Russian doll type thing.
12 mil.
There's plenty there to.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll put it in this then, and then we'll see what happens. When I've polished it, that is. Actually, no. I'll do it first.
We could even do. Dale turn the base to it, like
Base.
No, Dale could do like the like a stand to it, if you know what I mean. So it could be a raised half bowl, maybe. I don't know. No, maybe not. Just thinking out loud. Becomes a 4-way piece then.
There you go. It's got a lip.
Or we could make it 4, Dale. As soon as he gave us all the bulb legs.
It's got a lip in it now.
Maybe Dale should be the recipient of it.
Or you could stick with just the GPS lid. Totally your choice. I reckon I'm up for anything, but it's totally your choice, Rich. That looks nice, man. Maybe a GPS lid would be more appropriate. If you could dome it, even more so. Maybe
Could
dome
dome it.
with a finial.
This the Kerenite, if you heat it, well, you know, don't you, Andy? You can dome it.
You could almost do with drilling and pinching. Maybe put on a vacuum former.
Yeah.
I'm sure Matt said that you could vacuum form it. I don't know how that would work.
It'd have to be heated up quite a bit, though, surely.
I would imagine so.
Because vacuum forming plastic's quite thin. And then obviously if you heat it up too much, too fast, you got a chance of ruining it. And obviously you don't want that.
You got to do it with hot water. Really.
So ideally you want a big pan.
Yeah, or a bath.
Or a big, but how are you going to keep the water hot? I guess if you used to put a big tray of water and just put it put it on the stove, so the water keeps boiling.
Right, back in a sec.
Want to try at the campsite?
Yeah.
Like, I'm thinking the Andals campsite.
Yeah. Boil the kettle.
Well, there'll be enough.
Or a couple of kettles.
There's going to be the because I think Rich was talking about having some like campfirey type things.
Yeah.
Like burners. So I mean, the
Do you know,
potential.
I know. We've got a metal tin tray outside that we were going to throw away. So I'll rescue that before it goes down the tip.
Yeah, because that'd be handy. That'd heat up. Just
it's got a lid. It's got a lid on it as well.
Even better. Then we're all there and we can all experiment together. That sounds like a plan.
Yeah,
and I'm sure Matt and Alison will be up for that as well.
What date is the Andals? It's September
6th and 7th, was it?
7th,
Something
and
like
8th.
that, yeah.
7th and 8th.
7th and 8th.
I forget the dates. Let me check a row.
Yeah. That's another event that's going to be good as well.
That's going to be awesome. Okay, so the show is on the 11th and 12th,
Oh, okay.
which is a Friday and Saturday, if I remember rightly.
Yeah.
It's going to be slightly different to last year. Highly recommend. The place is absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about you, JP, but I'd never been to a wood mill before. And
I'd been to one before. But yeah, I think Yandles was definitely the better one of the two, but by a country mile.
Yeah, it's just the quantity. I mean, the potential of the place is just insane. The amount of houses you could build with the wood they've got there is.
Yeah.
You know
what I mean?
the great big pallets that are outside.
Yeah.
If you look at my Yandles invasion, those pallets are not very expensive. And if a few of you got together and you could take one pallet between a lot of you in different cars, it'd be well worth grabbing one of those, because some of the wood on those pallets is unreal.
Absolutely beautiful.
Mm.
I mean, it's all air dried.
Yeah, if there's enough of you that can move one pallet, split down.
Oh, easy. You just get yourself a big lorry.
Right.
Hire it from U-Drive or something like that.
Well, I'm just thinking cars. You know, if you've got enough people that want a little bit of wood.
I wonder how much tonnage it is.
I'm going to get the wax off, as much of the wax off this as I can, and I'm going to give it a coat of polyurethane varnish. Because it's just not shiny enough.
Might be easier to just go over at a 320 or something.
Yeah,
Rich.
I'm going to go over it. I've got some 120 here. I'm just going to go over it with. Oh, actually, I've got some 400 that might be better.
But anyway, back to Yandles. This year they're doing things slightly different to what they have done. They've got a little project. There's going to be makers there. They're trying to expand it just from being woodwork to a bit more crafty. I think that's the impression I've been given.
Yeah.
So it's more. They're more open to a lot of things. It's not just old blokes wood turning, which, let's be honest, at shows like that tends to be what happens. With the greatest respect, and they're all lovely people, but generally speaking, it's old blokes.
Well, that's what we're trying to do with the youngsters now.
Exactly that. That's exactly. They're diversifying to include said youngsters, to try and include them in doing things like what wood turning and scroll sawing, for example.
Yeah.
It's important that, as you know yourself, Rich and JP, pass it on to the next generation.
Yeah, without doubt.
And these things are going to become a dying art if they're not shown. No, the school that I work at. They must have about 35 scroll saws on the side of the benches around the classrooms in the DT. Every single classroom has scroll saws. They've got band saws, they've got planers, they've got all sorts of tools that are quite fancy. Hi, Mark. Sorry, mate.
Mark.
So the kids at my school are kind of spoiled. Now, if you go back to the school that I worked at before, they didn't have any of that. So it's kind of hit and miss. But I think it's important if the kids can enjoy like the lesser expensive crafts.
Yeah.
With people like Soph, with her mini makers and that.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that's only going to be a good thing because she's got her own space again this year.
Yes, yeah, I've heard that. I don't know if she's going to be able to make it down though. I don't think she's not confirmed or denied it.
Yeah. Well, I hope she does. Oh, that looks nice.
For reasons.
Yeah, good choice with the finish there, Rich.
Shiny.
We like that. Hi, Ian. Hi, Billy.
I
think I've said hi, Bri. Bye, Bri.
Right. What questions we got? Anything in the chat?
Really nice toys.
Rich, would more coats of your finish give the bowl a more gloss? Yes, it definitely would. If you're on about the OB Shine Juice, head over and look at Doug's work. He uses it really well. But then again, Doug sometimes does this as well. He puts a coat of polyurethane on, I think. Bree Walker. How you doing, Bree? I've never seen you in here before.
Was that Bree? Whoops. I'm saying
channel.
Brian. Oops.
So we got Mama Bear's Shed, Tracy Keaton, Huey, Wooden Things, Shop Dogs in, Jeff's in, Red Eye Dave. There's quite a few in tonight. I wasn't expecting many to come in because I haven't done a live for a couple of weeks. People may have thought I've stopped doing it.
No, you're all good. I can't. Let me get back to YouTube. You got 28 watching at the moment.
Nice. I looked across.
Yeah.
There was 36. Was there?
I don't know. I wasn't on YouTube for a little while. I kept flicking between the two.
I've only really been staying on StreamYard.
Yeah.
I was trying to keep a hold of the chat, but then we got chatting and then things got out of control.
Do you not see how many's in the room then? In the watching?
No, not in my...
See, I can.
Yeah, but that's because you're in control.
Sneak says it's a shame Milliput won't make makers this year.
Yeah.
Shiny, shiny, shiny. Is it just me, or has it got like dimples?
Yeah, you can knock them back with like a real fine wire wool or a green, them green washing up
Oh, like a scouring
pads.
It's got orange peel on it, which is it happens when you spray painting sometimes. So
yeah, you can knock that back.
Yeah,
I didn't know if it was dust or something, Rich, because
it
was just the light catching it, mate. That was all. It was just the light.
It needs flattening. So you build up a load of coats and then you flatten it and then you polish it and then it'll be fine. You can actually see it there. Where? here. See it there?
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool, man. This is all good because people, for people watching.
No doubt there is dust on it, but I'm in a I'm in a dusty workshop, so it don't matter. It is what it is.
Sorry, dude.
Right. Okay, let's have a look. Right, JP, you'll have to put some clothes on now.
Oh no!
Hello.
Oh God.
Well done, Rich. Looks very nice.
Yeah, very nice, mate. Very nice.
I'll flatten it and I'll polish it, and then I'll put some stills up on Instagram. Speaking of which, I've gone over the 1,000, which I'm really happy about. So I need to come up with a giveaway. I might give away some Axe Paste starter kit, which is it's the big one of these, and the where is it? Done with it. Oh, the little one of these. I think you've got the 4 ounce, haven't you, Andy? Have you got the 8 ounce in the abrasive?
They're both the same.
Right. So it comes with 8 ounce abrasive and 4 ounce. I mean, this stuff is brilliant.
Oh, in the same tub. Yeah.
Yeah. I even use the polish and restore on my lathe bed.
Yeah, it's all right stuff. Works well on the GPS.
Yeah. Well, right. Let's have a look. I'm still a bit snotty though.
I am going to try other pastes, mind you.
Of course, yeah, of course. But the thing, like I said, I was talking to JP and I was talking to Wayne, I think, and Dale. If you know, I'm only a small channel. If I can get this stuff for free and show it on camera every now and again, I don't see it as a sellout or anything. I see it as
No.
out. You know, it's free.
No. Yeah, totally. Well, that's why I'm using it.
Yeah, of course.
Because I won it last time.
You did, yeah. You did. Your workshop dry, Rich? It's damp. I wouldn't say it's dry. This corner down here is wet.
Is that where you got your trunks on?
Yeah, I've got nothing from the waist down. See, nothing at all. Looks great, Rich. I will certainly try your finish. Thanks. It's not my finish. If you actually, what I'll do, I will put a link to Captain Eddie Shine Juice.
Captain Eddie Castellan.
Where are we? OB Shine Juice. Right. Okay. So bear with me. Copy that. So this is the guy, Jeff. Watch this video. There's no way I can take credit for this. This is this guy. You need to watch him. That's his recipe, which is basically what I've just told you, but he'll explain how to apply it and all that sort of thing. Or head over, I think Dougie from the Pole Barn, I think he's done a little video on Shine Juice, maybe. I don't know, Doug. What's a crying shame? My workshop is completely flooded and I can't go in just yet. Oh, that's not good. You have to sort that out. Oh yeah, Billy Burt. So Billy, I think Doug made you the river base for that bowl, didn't he? I think, and then I gave the Coca-Cola ring to JP to bring over to the US, post to you. It's looking good. It's looking unusual. I don't know if you've seen that, JP, on Instagram.
What, on Billy's page?
Yeah, yeah.
No, I haven't. I'll have a look now.
Oh God.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Was that blank that I took over?
it is, yeah, yeah. That ring, you know, that was the ring.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I hate stuff under my nails. Right then, let's have a look. Anything else in the comments? He sent me the twin of the river platter he made. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's looking good anyway, Billy. Right. Oh God, sniffles. Yeah, so keep an eye out for a video in the next couple of days, guys. I think it'll be tomorrow now. Oh, I've got a thumb down. Oh, the thumb down phantom has struck again.
It's not me. I've been here all the time.
See, it's not only you, JP. They get me as well.
But they still watched it.
Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind if they. You know what? It's fine. It might be my personality. It might be the wood that I'm using. It might be the lathe that I'm using. It's not record power, or it might be the fact that I've got a beard.
Or it might be me and JP rapping it on about loads of nonsense.
Might be the fact that I'm a man. You never know what makes people tick, but I don't mind. Right. Dad's got to go now. Okay, I'll see you later, Dad. 31's up there. Yeah, good, cool.
Yeah.
And no, you don't, Mark.
I'm going to have to shoot as well now, actually. I need to go and get something to eat.
Well, I was only going to stand another 2 minutes, actually, because it's coming up to 2 hours.
I'll stick around for another 2 minutes.
Yeah, I need to go in and get some warm now. Otherwise, I'll be back on the settee for a week.
Yeah.
But thanks for coming, everyone, anyway. I was only planning on doing an hour tonight because of being out here in the cold, but I didn't want to leave it unfinished, to be honest.
Yeah.
You don't get to see who thumbs you down, Shop Dog. It's kind of a cowardish way of doing it, really, isn't it? You know, they should make it so that if you're unhappy, the person that has spent all the time trying to create content for people to view should be able to go and say, okay, how can we improve the video? Do you know what I mean? But it doesn't do that. It just says thumbs down. But yeah, I mean, I'm always up for constructive criticism, always up, because ultimately, if people are not watching your videos, then yeah. What's his name, Andy?
That's Dave.
Oh, is that Dave? I thought it was something else for a minute.
Dave the thumb.
Oh, well.
Oh dear.
Nearly there. You started it, mate.
Oh, God. I'll tell you what, though. I've got something even better. Even better. You ready?
Oh, God. I dread to think What's he got now?
We have. Hang on a minute. Oh God, hear me sniffling. Someone gave me these from a festival. I think it was Cheryl's brother. But they need to go and get a bit of a wash because they got sawdust all over them. Right. This is cool. So,
He's laughing
kinda
to
worried.
himself. It's bad.
banana boy. And I'm not sure what his name is. I think he's a donkey, maybe. And then I don't know who she is, but she's holding some flowers, I think. And then there's a wrestler. And there's the wrestler's arch enemy.
Nutra Libra.
There's the two wrestlers.
Good Lord.
I should do a stop motion with the two wrestlers, shouldn't I?
Yes, you should.
These are knitted.
Yes.
Yes, you should. We'll talk about it afterwards.
I think he's a donkey. I think this one's a donkey. The little grey one. Anyway.
You should give him a unicorn horn.
I'll get Cheryl to knit or crochet me a unicorn.
Definitely.
Right then, guys. Thanks very much for coming in. I'm going to go and collapse on the sofa now and get warm. Good night, peeps. Sneak's got to go.
Good night, all. Good night, Sneak.
Exactly, Rich. If you don't like something, yeah, okay. More importantly, yes, totally agree. Maybe we should do a petition to YouTube saying we want to know why. Anyway,
Yeah.
Anyway, cheers, guys. It's 2 hours, and look out for my video tomorrow evening. It's a lamp. I'll just give you a heads up. It's a lamp. Anyway, right. Bye-bye.
Take it easy, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.